Yo, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today for you guys, we have my NBA playoff predictions. So excited for the NBA playoffs, um, especially for my Celtics to hopefully make a deep playoff run. But we're going to get through all the predictions. I was thinking about just doing one round, but that would be boring because these are predictions. So I got to predict the whole thing, see how wrong I am because I'm pretty bad at predictions, but we're going to give it our best try here. But yeah, here we go. So we're starting off, obviously, the Eastern Conference. And yes, there's playing games tonight. But it is, who is it? Chicago and the Heat are playing. Either Chicago or the Heat, whoever wins that game will be facing Milwaukee. Chicago and the Heat, no matter who it is, I got the Bucks in 5 games. I think they'll take one at home, the Bulls or the Heat. But the Bucks are too strong. Giannis, probably wants another championship. I'm assuming he's gonna play amazing this playoffs. And obviously, that Bucks surrounding him they have a really good team. So yeah, we're gonna move on to the second. This is my favorite team, the Celtics, going up against the Atlanta Hawks, who defeated the Miami Heat in Miami. I have to give the Hawks credit. They actually looked very good. I was watching the whole game. Clint Capella was a rebound machine. He had like 20 rebounds or something crazy like that. But yeah, I got my Celtics in 6 games. But like I said, I think the Hawks are going to give us a good series. Although they are the 7 seed, I mean, they're a great team. They got Trae Young, DeJounte Murray. Like I said, Clint Capella looks very good. If we can control the rebounds, we don't want to get out-rebounded. The defense from Robert Williams, I think he's going to come in super huge with that great defense and shot blocking. But yeah, I got my Celtics in 6 games. Moving on, Philly and Brooklyn. I like the Nets. You got to give them credit. No more Durant and Kyrie, but I'm going with Sixers in 5 games. I could definitely see the Nets taking it to 6 games. Mikal Bridges has been very, very good this year so far once he got traded to the Nets. And I think he'll have at least he probably have 2 30-plus game performances. But Joel Embiid, he's my current MVP. He's going to be locked in the playoffs. And I think he carries Philly here to a 5 in 5 games. Obviously, I think James Harden, Tyrese Maxey, those guys are going to contribute too, but I think Embiid is just going to be on another level this playoffs. Yeah. Then we have, obviously, I know a lot of people are saying this, but I'm also saying it, the most exciting game of the first round. We got the Cleveland Cavaliers versus the New York Knicks. The 4 seed and the 5 seed, 7-game series right here. I'm calling it the only 7-game series in the first round, but I'm taking the Cleveland Cavaliers in 7. They always say how important that having Game 7 at home is, and I think the Cavs will get it done at home the last game. But yeah, it's 2 great teams. Cavs, obviously, great defense, great offense, and Julius Randle has been a beast all year. Jalen Brunson has been a beast all year. Donovan Mitchell has been a beast all year. Darius Garland's been very good as well. And this game is just going to, I think, come down to the home court advantage for Game 7. It's going to be a super, super tight series. I'm definitely watching this series. But yeah, that's it for the first round for the East. Let's go out to the West, and then we'll come back to the East for round 2. So starting off, like I said, playing games aren't finished yet. But it's OKC playing the Timberwolves tonight. And that is going to be a good game. I know I think Minnesota could be good, but I got OKC winning 2 away games and getting out of the play-in. But they are facing Denver. And I mean, just give credit here. Shea Gilgeous-Alexander has been incredible all season. But this Nuggets team is the 1 seed for a reason. They slowed down a little bit at the end of the season, but it doesn't worry me. They're 34-7 at home. I just think they're going to win in 5 or 6 games. I can't say 5. I'm thinking more 6 games. We'll go 6 games. So Denver in 6. Like I said, Nikola Jokic, he wants that first chip. I mean, he's played well this year. He's not my current MVP, but he has played amazing this year. You can't discredit him for that. So yeah, we're going next to the 2 and the 7. We got Memphis facing the Lakers. Ooh, my goodness, guys, this is a great matchup. And I feel like a lot of people are picking Memphis, but I could also see why you picked the Lakers. The Lakers have been playing very well lately. They barely beat Minnesota the other night, but they came up clutch there at the end to win. I think LeBron's going to be locked in. He's always amazing in the playoffs, obviously. But I do have the Grizzlies taking this in 7 games. I think the Lakers could pull off the upset, but the Grizzlies, like most teams, are good at home, but the Grizzlies are just on another level at home. They're 35-6 at home. That's incredible. But yeah, anyways, I got the Grizzlies in 7. If John Morant plays well, Desmond Bane, Jaren Jackson Jr. has been awesome all year. Most likely he will win Defensive Player of the Year. And I'll give you guys my awards predictions for the NBA and NHL if I can get those out. But yeah, anyways, got the Grizzlies in 7. Then we're gonna go to the 3 and 6 game, and this one hurts. We got the number 3 seed, the Sacramento Kings, versus the number 6 seed, the Golden State Warriors, who won the championship last year, obviously. Everyone seems to be picking the Warriors, although they're the highest seed, and I'm a huge, I like the Kings. I'm not a Kings fan, but it's good to see the Kings, they didn't make it for so long in the playoffs. It's good to see a new team getting into the playoffs. De'Aaron Fox, so clutch this year. He's just been incredible. And Domantas Sabonis has been great as well. But when it's playoff time, I know a lot of people are saying there's 2 sides to it. Everyone's either saying, Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, they're going to, play amazing like they usually do in the playoffs. And Golden State's going to run over Sacramento. And then there's a lot of other people are saying, well, they struggle on the road. And yes, they're going to struggle on the road this series. But I have them winning the most important game on the road. I have them winning against the number 3 Sacramento Kings, the number 3 seed. I got them winning in 7. I think it'll be the Golden State Warriors will win 3 at home, and the Kings will win 3 at home, and then it'll come down to Game 7 in Sacramento. And I just think Golden State will win. You have Andrew Wiggins coming back. As a Celtics fan, I can just tell you guys right now, in the finals last year, Andrew Wiggins was a beast for the Warriors. Obviously, Curry won finals MVP, but Wiggins was really, really good. And they got Looney and Green, who I think are going to be solid. It's going to be a good series, obviously. And I think the Kings, what they have is they have a lot of people picking against them, a lot of people doubting them. So they could come out and, beat the Warriors. I just think, when it's playoff time, Steph Curry is going to be averaging about 30 points a game. So, yeah, talked a lot for that series. And we got another great series. We got Phoenix Suns versus the LA Clippers, the 4-seed Suns, the 5-seed Clippers. Everyone's picking the Suns, and I am going along with them. Suns obviously adding Kevin Durant at the trade deadline. Yes, they gave up a lot, but it's Kevin Durant. It's going to be great in the playoffs. And the Clippers have a great team, but I got the Suns in 6 games. Devin Booker has been really, really good this year, and like I said, they got Kevin Durant. This could be Chris Paul's year to win his first championship ring. But yeah, they got a lack of depth. That's what a lot of people are saying. They don't really have amazing bench players, but obviously I'm taking the Suns in 6 games. So then we're going to head back to the Eastern Conference, where it'll be the Cleveland Cavaliers and the Milwaukee Bucks. And I love what the Cavs have done this year. And I think they're going to, play Milwaukee tough here. But I do have the Bucks in 6 games, taking care of the Cavs. Like I said, Cavs are a great defensive team. They might be able to shut down Giannis with Evan Mobley and Jared Allen, but I just don't think it'll be enough. Because then, you focus too much on Giannis, and you got, Drew Holiday. Chris Middleton hasn't been great this year. He's missed a lot of time with injury. But he might be pretty good in the playoffs. You never know. So I got the Bucks in 6 games. And then we have Philly and Boston. I'm not being biased. I got my Celtics in 7. And they will win in 7 in that last game. Like I said, home advantage is key. And once you have that game 7 at home, that is huge. And I think the Celtics will obviously see this will be a must-watch series. Embiid will be great. Celtics had a lot of regular season success against the Sixers. I think they took 3 of 4, including that one crazy finish where, Tatum hit the 3 and Embiid hit the full court that was after the buzzer, just barely. And like I said, Embiid will probably average 30 points a game. And I think if Harden plays really well, and they get the bench going, they could win the series against Celtics. I'm not ruling that out, but when it comes to the bench, I mean, Malcolm Brogdon has been great. Definitely an amazing 6-man of the year candidate, and guys like Sam Hauser, even Peyton Pritchard dropped a triple-double the other night. They're going to contribute as well. And Philly's bench is okay, but I just think when you have Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, great duo scoring, and even if they're struggling, the bench has picked them up a lot this year. So, yeah, got Boston advancing. So then we'll have that Eastern Conference set, but we're going to move back to the Western Conference. For the 1 versus the 4, it's Denver, the Denver Nuggets, and the Phoenix Suns. And I got the Suns, in 6 games. Yes, I know. Like I said, Jokic will do great playoffs. Jamal Murray, I think, will do good. But I'm really looking forward to just seeing how this, if they lose this series, that wouldn't be good because, they gave away a lot for Kevin Durant. But I think this is the series right here where he goes off. And like I said, Devin Booker's been playing very good this year too. This is gonna be a good series. Like I said, I'm picking Phoenix, but Denver could easily win. I'm not saying that they're not gonna win. And then it gets interesting because you got the Warriors and the Grizzlies. This is gonna be kind of like a heated series. These teams don't like each other. They have a lot of players that don't really like each other. And like I said, talking about home advantage a lot this video because NBA teams have been so bad on the road, especially the Warriors this year. Their current road record is 11-30. Like I said, I think they'll do well in the playoffs on the road, and I have Golden State losing this one and the Grizzlies taking it in 7 games. But like I said, the Warriors are going to play an amazing series. It's just, I think the Grizzlies at home, 35-6. I mean, if they can get, no Steven Adams playing, but Jaren Jackson has been playing great. John Morant coming back has been playing good. Desmond Bane's been good all year. Dylan Brooks, whether you like him or not, he's like a solid defender. So, but yeah, I got Memphis taking that one, but I could definitely see Golden State taking it. And then you'll have Memphis versus Phoenix, Boston versus Milwaukee. And then it comes down to the Eastern Conference Finals. This is where we really talk here about this series. Like I said, Boston has had success against Milwaukee. They beat them by 40 in Milwaukee. But obviously that regular season, it matters, don't get me wrong. But when it comes to the playoffs, all that matters is, kind of getting to the championship. Regular season success doesn't matter. You got to put that behind you and just play your best series. This is going to be tough. Like I said, Boston played Milwaukee really well, though, in the regular season. They took both at home. They lost on the road, but Tatum and Brown were both out that night. And then they won on the road, obviously, by the 40-point deficit. And this is going to be 7 games. We know it. I don't think it's 6 games. Not a chance, really. And I can't. I could see a world where my Celtics. Oops. I could see a world where my Celtics win this series. But I have to pick, the Bucks. Giannis he's just gonna turn it to another level, and Tatum and Brown have been so good this year. I just think that last game at home, the Bucks will take. This is, like I said, the Celtics could definitely win it. I'm not trying to be biased here. If I picked the Celtics, you guys would all be mad at me in the comments. But yeah, so I gotta pick the Bucks in 7. Although I'm a Celtics fan, I gotta give credit where credit is due. Bucks have earned the 1 seed, and they've definitely deserved earning the 1 seed. So yeah, Eastern Conference Final done. Now on to the Western Conference Final, where it's Phoenix and Memphis. Going into the season, I don't know if anyone really predicted it'd be Phoenix and Memphis. Obviously, getting Kevin Durant at the deadline helps Phoenix a lot. Can the Grizzlies hold it down and win this series? I don't think so. I think we're going to have a rematch from the 2020 playoffs. I got Memphis losing in 6 games to Phoenix. I already said it for the first 2 rounds. Phoenix has been... Kevin Durant and Devin Booker will be great in this series. And yes, Grizzlies have the talent to win this series. But I think Phoenix is going to win. Go back to the finals and they'll rematch against the Bucks, who they lost to just a couple of years ago. So Giannis against... it was Giannis against Booker a while ago. Now it's Giannis against Booker and Durant. It's going to be a little tough. And it's definitely going to be tough. And I don't know if you asked people who'd they take in this series. I think it's kind of like a 50-50 split. And I got Milwaukee in 7 games. It would kind of stink to see Milwaukee beat Phoenix in the finals 2 different times. And then they'd be like rivals forever. But I just think Giannis is going to play well. And who knows, the Bucks could get swept somehow in the first round. But I think they're winning it all this year. I'm not biased picking Celtics to go all the way. I got to give credit to the Bucks. They've been good all year. Good at home, good away. And that's something teams have struggled with. There's a lot of teams that are solid on the road and at home, but especially the Bucks and Celtics, really good home teams and away teams. And that's so huge in the playoffs. Because especially in away games, the momentum shifts so quickly. You can lose a game so quickly. You're on the road, you're up by a lot. They get the crowd kind of into it with a couple threes, and then they could go on a crazy run. For the video, hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next